no, no, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I got somebody at home. It's been a long night here and a long night there, and these long, long legs are damn near everywhere. Hold up now, you look good, I will not lie, but if you ask where I'm staying tonight, I gotta be like, oh baby, no baby, you got me all wrong, baby. My baby's already got all of my love. So no, no, honey, I'm good. I can have another, but I probably should not. I got somebody at home, and if I stay, I might not leave alone. No, honey, I'm good. I can have another, but I probably should not. I gotta bid you adieu to another. I will stay true. I will stay true. I will stay true. Now better men than me have failed, drinking from that unholy grail. Now check it out, I got her and she got me, and you got that ass, but I kindly gotta be like, oh baby, no baby, you got me all wrong, baby. My baby's already got all of my love. So no, no, honey, I'm good. I can have another, but I probably should not. I got somebody at home, and if I stay, I might not leave alone. No, honey, I'm good. I can have another, but I probably should not. I gotta bid you adieu to another. I will stay true. I will stay true. I will stay true. Oh no, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I got somebody at home, and if I stay, I might not leave alone. No, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I gotta bid you adieu to
Check
another.
1, 2.
I will stay. No, no, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I got somebody at home, and if I stay, I might not leave alone. No, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I gotta bid you adieu to another. I will stay true. I will stay true. I will stay true. I will stay
fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose. and drive, drive, drive. Shut up and drive, drive. I got class like a 57 Cadillac. That overdrive with a whole lot of boom in the back. You look like you could handle what's under my hood. You keep saying that you will, boy, I wish you would. So if you feel me, let me know, come on now, what you waiting for? My hands is ready to explode, so start me up and watch me go, go, go. Get you where you wanna go, if you know what I mean. Got a ride that's smoother than a limousine. Can you handle the curves? Can you run all the lights? If you can, baby boy, then we can go all night. Cause it's 0 to 60 in 3.5. Baby, you got the keys. Now shut up and drive, 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 drive. Shut up and drive, drive, drive. But I got get it, don't stop. It's a short shot. And if I'm riding up, boy, I'm sorry. I ain't even worried. So step inside and ride, ride, ride. So if you feel me, let me
Your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gostomski Fieldhouse on the campus of St. Mary's University of Minnesota. At this time, I ask you to please direct your attention to the stage as we begin our celebration of the Chicago Blackhawks and their 2015 Stanley Cup Championship. We celebrate this great accomplishment of the Chicago Blackhawks, an organization that includes 3 of our own alumni. Appropriately, this is also the start of our annual Cardinal M Club weekend, during which we will induct 3 former hockey student athletes into the St. Mary's Sports Hall of Fame. Please welcome these outstanding athletes as they join us today. Missy Westergren Kuntz, class of 2002. Missy is 4-time All-Conference, All-American, and a member of 2 conference champion, a playoff champion, and 2 national tournament teams. Missy Mimkin, class of 2003. Missy is 2-time All-Conference and All-American and a member of a conference champion, playoff champion, and 2 national tournament teams. And Corby Manus, class of 1995. Corby is a 3-time All-Conference, All-American, and a member of a conference playoff champion and a national tournament team. Also joining us today are 3 alumni who are part of the Stanley Cup champion Chicago Blackhawks. Please welcome Eric Lear, class of 2008. Eric is entering his 2nd season as reporter for Blackhawks TV and ChicagoBlackhawks.com and is a former sports anchor for KTTC TV. Adam Gill, class of 2008. Adam is entering his 2nd season as video coach for the Rockford Ice Hogs, American Hockey League affiliate of the Blackhawks. And finally, we welcome the man behind what Forbes magazine has called the greatest sports business turnaround ever. Under his leadership, the Chicago Blackhawks were twice nominated for the coveted Sports Business Journal Professional Sports Team of the Year and named Best Franchise by Hockey News. Throughout his career with the Chicago Blackhawks and the Chicago Cubs, he has earned numerous accolades, including Major League Baseball's Marketing Excellence Award, Chicago Baseball Executive of the Year, and a place in America's Top 10 Marketing Executives by Promo Magazine. He was inducted into the Chicagoland Sports Hall of Fame in 2008. He has also been recognized with the St. Mary's University of Minnesota Presidential Medal for Outstanding Merit. And most recently, he has guided the Chicago Blackhawks to their 3rd Stanley Cup championship in 6 years. Please join me in welcoming a graduate from the St. Mary's University class of 1975, the president and CEO of the Chicago Blackhawks, John McDonough.
Welcome. It's so great to have so many of you here today as we get started. But first, any Blackhawks fans in the house? Any Cardinals fans? It's great to have so many of you here today. Thank you for joining us for this great celebration. I think it's a safe thing to say that we're all fans of our guest of honor, John McDonough, as well as Adam Gill and Eric Lear. John, as the president and CEO of the Chicago Blackhawks, thank you for joining us here today and for bringing along the trophy of all trophies, the Stanley Cup. Let's give them another round of applause. At this time, I would like to introduce our leader, our champion, the 13th president of St. Mary's University of Minnesota, Brother William Mann.
This is the third time that John has come back home to St. Mary's after the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup. At lunch today, I was joking at the reception that I'm part of the partnership because it's in this period of his achievement, in these 7 years of my having been the president, that 3 times he's won the cup. And I think we should keep this partnership going because St. Mary's has for many, many years had a strong connection to Chicagoland. Last night I was in Chicago on Michigan Avenue having dinner with some benefactors and former trustees of the university. And one of them, a gentleman who is 91 years old, had a newspaper from about 28 years ago in the Chicago press in which there was this big ad about St. Mary's and this relationship between this university in Minnesota and the wonderful city of Chicago. And so today, we celebrate the success of 3 of our alums, because I think it's been really clear to me in the remarks that John's made today is that he realizes that it is the whole organization that's been successful. And as I've heard him talk, he has a great sense of how relational leadership is. And as I look at some of the teams here in front of me today, that's a lesson, it seems to me, that you know deeply. That all together, it's possible. All together, it's possible to do something that one by one might be unimaginable. And today is celebrating the possibility of imagination, of the Blackhawks' decision a few years ago to hire well and choose St. Mary's alums as their employees. But the decisions that were made to make sure that what was possible would be actualized. And again, I've been at so many of your games. And I was the other day at one of the soccer games. And I was standing next to a dad. And we were having this conversation about how good the team was playing, how you were playing together, how you were staying in the game, how you weren't allowing one moment to determine the next, because somehow you had, as a team, gotten your eye on the prize. And so why are we so delighted? We're delighted because somehow the three of you have had your eye on a prize. And you just didn't get left with a dream, but you also experienced the joy of accomplishment. And that's really my hope for all of you, that the dreams of this year, the dreams of your time at St. Mary's, the dreams you're forging with one another and among one another, someday it might be as glorious as this. But some days it may be another kind of glory. But my hope is it will be your moment, not only this year, but your moment some other year. As I've had really the joy and satisfaction, John, to welcome you 3 times home. And that you came each time here to the university is as concrete a gesture of your identification and belonging with us. I wanted to say one more thing because, and it mixes things up. I've been joking at the opening convocation. I certainly got the attention of some of the coaches when I began to talk about Wayne Gretzky. But who on the planet doesn't know who he is? But I'm really going to mix things up because the example I want to use really is a track image. And some people know that one of my favorite movies is an old movie for all of you. It's called Chariots of Fire. And it's about runners in the Olympics. And one of the runners was in missionary training to do church service. And yet he's an Olympic athlete, one of the best in the world, in an extraordinary Olympic competition. And his sister is really concerned because this running is getting in the way of his missionary vocation. And what I loved in the movie is he says to her one day, no, you got to understand that I'm true to my faith and I'm true to my belief and I'm true to my vocation. But God made me fast. And when I run, I feel God's pleasure. My hope is that when you're on the courts or the field or the ice, out on the trails, that when you do well, that thing that you love to do, that you thank God. And you feel the delight of God in your success. Because I believe that as much as the three of you relish this accomplishment, the Creator who made us delights in your joy in this accomplishment. And when we accomplish our dreams in an excellent fashion, we give glory to God. And God delights in your wins almost as much as I do. So good luck this year in your classrooms, on the stage, in the choral groups, and in the athletic activities, in all of those meaningful belongings that you have. And I thank God that John McDonough and his team are part of our family, and that we get to let him know how happy we are that he's one of us.
Thank you, Brother William. Now I ask you to please direct your attention to the screen to the right of the stage for a brief video montage of the events that led up to this amazing trophy making its way back to St. Mary's University.
We can choose to get in front and direct change, or we can choose to stand still and be left behind.
I have great confidence that we are going to restore and reinvigorate this great franchise. To all of you Blackhawk fans that are out there, it's time to come back. You're going to be very proud of the direction that we're headed.
Thank you so much. This is the greatest night of my life.
I am standing in center field.
Wild will host the Chicago Blackhawks here on the afternoon of February 21 in the 6th edition of the Coors Light NHL Stadium Series.
On behalf of the Blackhawks, we're really excited to be back here at Notre Dame for a second year.
That the demand for our product has never been stronger. This is one way for our team to say thank you.
the short season, they have not lost a 60-minute game.
And now it's in the net, they score! It's in! It's in! The Hawks win the Stanley Cup! The Chicago Blackhawks have won the Stanley Cup! And Lord Stanley is moving back to the Windy City!
Forever represent the 2013 Stanley Cup champion Chicago Blackhawks.
It is our life's work to make you proud.
But since I've been president, only one team has brought a world championship to my hometown of Chicago, and now the Blackhawks have done it twice.
For the third time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. Lord Stanley, the Blackhawks organization, along with the greatest fans in all of hockey, welcome you back to your new home, Chicago, Illinois, in the US of A.
We didn't think there was a chance that we could outmatch that performance by the fans, but you guys did it somehow. This shows how unbelievable this city is. Unbelievable. Thank you. You're right, Chicago! No one will ever take this away from us. We're the champs!
And now a man who has reached the pinnacle of the sport of hockey by leading the Chicago Blackhawks to 3 Stanley Cup championships in 6 seasons, and our own alumnus, John McDonough.
Thank you.
John, describe how it feels to be back home here at St. Mary's University.
Well, I'm glad you emphasized home, because I feel as if this is a big part of my life. St. Mary's is my home. Coming back to Winona, it's inspiring, it's humbling, it's rewarding, but it gives me a chance really to reflect on what an important role this wonderful school played in my life.
And John, speaking of home, you were able to win the 3rd Stanley Cup championship on your home ice at the United Center in front of the home crowd. Describe what that was like and what you were feeling that night.
Well, I think in our mind's eye, when we won the Stanley Cup in 2010 in Philadelphia, we said, that's one. Now, to validate that, you've got to win another one, but ideally you'd like to win it at home in front of the 21,000 fans at the United Center. It didn't necessarily play out that way. We wound up winning the 2nd Stanley Cup in Boston in 2013. And in your mind's eye, if you dare to dream, you say to yourself, what would this look like if we won the Stanley Cup in Chicago? And we were in the 3rd period. We had a 2-goal lead, and I was very cautious. None of us were not great celebrators, because in the 3rd round, we played Anaheim in Chicago, and they scored 3 goals in 37 seconds. So we never felt that it was in the bank. We never thought that it was in the vault. And when I saw that clock tick down, it was the ultimate validation and reward to our great fans that hadn't seen a championship on home ice since the 1930s. It exceeded even the most unimaginable dreams.
John, throughout today, you have been speaking on campus about the topic of leadership. What advice would you have for the students here at this rally about how to improve their leadership skills?
Well, the first thing as a leader, I'm going to call up Eric Lear and Adam Gill to come up and stand side by side because they belong to be up here. They are every bit as part champions and contributors to this Stanley Cup as I am. But the advice that I would give everybody here, the athletes, the students, is to take personal inventory. I'm going to stand up if I may. To take personal inventory and say, whether it's in sports in your life, what do you love? What's your passion? What drives you? What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? And to take serious inventory. And if you pushed yourself to the limits and said, I'm going to take this seriously, whether you are here now as an athlete or there's a path for your future, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to pay that ultimate price to do it? Are you willing to get knocked down time and time and time again, recognizing that at the end of all of this, you could have the opportunity that we have had? And our opportunity is to come back to our alma mater and share the Stanley Cup with all of you.
And John, all of us at St. Mary's University, we are extremely proud of you and all of your accomplishments, and we can't thank you enough for your time, for spending the day with us and our students, and for bringing the Stanley Cup back here to St. Mary's. So thank you.
Thank you.
And at this time, we invite you to take a celebratory walk on stage with the Stanley Cup.
I will do that. Before we close, I'm sure many of you are saying to yourself, that is the oldest alumni I've ever seen. Actually, it's the class of 1975, and it was such an enriching experience. And I had a chance, I think, in 2013 to meet so many of you. So we're going to take a wonderful lap. The greatest thing about winning the Stanley Cup, Adam and Eric, we've been there and we've experienced this, is we have the ability to share it with all of you. When we wear our Stanley Cup rings, it's not about we're wearing these to showcase what we've accomplished. It's to share these with other people. We probably wear them once or twice a year. But the opportunity today to bring the Stanley Cup for all of you to see, I said this earlier today and I mean this. I feel when we won the Stanley Cup, and I said to my brilliant assistant, Jillian Smith, find a date that we're going to take this Stanley Cup to St. Mary's. I believe that everybody is here today, everybody that's ever attended this university, all of the student athletes, every one of you have your fingerprints on this Stanley Cup. Thank you.
John, for all of you have done and continue to do for our university and for the sport of hockey. Thank you for Adam and Eric for sharing your time with us today. As we conclude, I'd like to send a special thank you to Windcraft Corporation for supplying the signage and the promotional items that you see here today. Please take one as a keepsake of your day. Thanks also to our other sponsors, including Edward Jones and Carriage House Bed and Breakfast and St. Mary's University and 2 anonymous benefactors. At this time, I ask all of you to invite you with wristbands to begin getting in line for your pictures with the Stanley Cup. We'll give you all a moment to get in place, and then we'll replace the cup in its location. Also, dinner will start being served shortly. Again, thank you for your time. Go Cardinals and go Blackhawks.
With his assist on Jonathan Taves' goal, Patrick Kane now has 500 points in his NHL career.
James handled it. There's Hossa with a stop shot. She goes! Touchdown! And point for Marian Hossa!
Sun, it rises slowly as you walk away from all the fears and all the faults you've left behind. The harvest left no food for you to eat. You cannibal, you meat eater, you see. But I have seen the same, I know the shame in your defeat. But I will hold on hope, and I won't let you choke. I'll know my name as it's cold again. To fill my time, you take what is yours and I'll take mine. Now let me at the truth, which will refresh my mind.
American sports in the world. We play for the best fans in the world. The only way it does get better is if we win fourth. Let's go.
Second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she's waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.